Breaking news! Tuesday started off hot on the Dolphins sidelines, and I'm about to bring you a truckload of news. After a long wait, Miami Dolphins fans finally have something to celebrate. With last night's win, the team snaps a 3-week losing streak, moving up to second place in the division. I confess that I'm very happy about this victory. If you're also celebrating the Dolphins' win, hit the like button. If possible, comment like this: "Let's go Dolphins!" I believe the win brought an electric atmosphere to the Dolphins locker room, where they celebrated by playing Not Like Us and reveling in the victory. But what's next for Miami as they approach the crucial final stretch of the season? Let's dive into the key takeaways and the challenges that lie ahead. First, let's address what every fan is talking about: Tua Tagovailoa. Although he had some inconsistent moments last night, Tua made some key passes that contributed to 6 third-down conversions. These plays were essential to keeping the Dolphins' offense on the field. 3rd and 13, he connected on a 36-yard pass. 3rd and 3, another 10-yard completion. Yes, there's room for improvement, especially against tougher opponents, but these third-down conversions were a bright spot in his performance. However, for Miami to make a strong playoff push, Tua will need to find some more consistency, especially with high-pressure games on the horizon. The defense deserves some major praise as well. With a dominant performance, they proved to be the backbone of this win. It's worth noting that last night marked the first time in 3 weeks that Miami didn't have to face a mobile quarterback. This relief significantly helped the Dolphins' pressure and coverage, allowing them to keep the opposing offense in check. With 4 sacks on the day, the defensive line was particularly impressive, showing the grit and adaptability that fans have been craving. Coach Mike McDaniel even noted how this defensive effort galvanized the entire team, saying the win was well-deserved amid the noise surrounding the team's recent struggles. But winning isn't just about what happened last night, it's about looking forward. With 8 games remaining, the Dolphins have a challenging path to the playoffs, and every game will be crucial. According to the projections, as long as Miami secures victories at home against the Raiders, Patriots, and Jets, they'll have a strong chance to claim a wild card spot. The next 5 weeks will be make or break for the Dolphins, with each game carrying significant playoff implications. Now, about injuries, there's a delicate balance between pushing injured players and risking long-term issues. Tyreek Hill, for example, played through an injury last night. While many thought he might sit this one out, Tyreek was adamant about being on the field, knowing the game was a must-win. If the Dolphins had lost, there's a real chance Hill might have opted for surgery, potentially ending his season. This win keeps him, and several other key players, motivated and on the field, fighting for that playoff spot. Likewise, players like Bradley Chubb, who's been dealing with injuries, may decide to return if Miami continues this winning streak, adding crucial depth as they approach tougher opponents. The Dolphins' playoff hopes also depend on some help from other teams. The race for the wild card is tight, and fans should keep an eye on the Cincinnati Bengals, Denver Broncos, Indianapolis Colts, and Los Angeles Chargers. These are the teams Miami needs to stumble to improve their chances. If the Bengals, for example, were to drop games against strong teams, it could open up the standings just enough for Miami to slide into a playoff position. In terms of future strategies, the Dolphins are running simulations to explore their path to the playoffs. Right now, predictions place them just outside the playoff picture. However, if Miami can maintain this momentum and capitalize on winnable games, especially at home, there's a realistic chance they can climb back into contention. And speaking of projections, Miami's draft position would also be affected by these wins and losses, moving them down to around the 15th pick as they keep adding wins. And let's talk Raheem Mostert, who didn't record a carry last night despite being Miami's 3rd leading receiver with 2 receptions for 34 yards. His reduced role might be related to recent fumbles, prompting the team to rely more on younger players. Miami had 238 total yards last night, their fewest in a win under McDaniel. But as any fan will tell you, a win is a win, and the team will need all hands on deck to face the upcoming challenges. Looking ahead, if Miami can keep this momentum against the Raiders and Patriots, they'll be at a solid 5-6, putting them right in the thick of the playoff race. While it would have been ideal to win against the Bills, which would have placed them in an even better position, the Dolphins are playing the cards they've been dealt. As McDaniel said, the team needs to build on both the ups and downs of their performance, fine-tuning both offense and defense to capitalize on this crucial stage of the season. So, Dolphins fans, the road ahead is challenging, but hope is alive. Every game is critical now, and the stakes couldn't be higher. Do you believe Miami has what it takes to make a playoff push? What are your thoughts on Tua's performance and the defense's strong showing? And who do you think needs to step up the most in the coming weeks? Let us know in the comments. Tua Tagovailoa, quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, is clearly aware that taking a knee to a helmet isn't the best strategy for his health. But in the heat of Monday's game against the Los Angeles Rams, instincts took over, leading to a dangerous moment that no Dolphins fan wants to see repeated. The incident happened when Rams linebacker Christian Rozeboom intercepted a short pass intended for Jalen Waddle. Instead of getting out of the way, Tua lowered his head and attempted a tackle near the sideline. A collision was inevitable, and Tua found himself taking a hard hit to the helmet, a move that immediately sparked concern among fans and coaches alike. Given Tua's previous history with concussions, it's hard not to feel anxious whenever he engages in high-risk plays. After the game, Tua, in his classic lighthearted style, joked about the moment. He shared that he even approached Rozeboom afterward, asking him, "Bro, you couldn't just run out of bounds or cut back? You saw me, right? You just wanted to run me over?" Rozeboom had his own explanation, telling Tua he had no room to maneuver, so he did what he had to do. But Tua didn't hold back on his own critique, admitting that was pretty bad tackling. That was pretty terrible. While Tua's humor put a lighter spin on it, fans know it's no laughing matter. The hit was a stark reminder of how much he puts on the line every time he's on the field. Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel had his own thoughts on the play and the interception that led to it. McDaniel, known for his straightforward yet thoughtful coaching style, pointed out that the best way for Tua to stay safe is simply not throw it to the opponent. His remark was direct, yet it underscores a bigger message he's been sharing with Tua and the team. After all, as McDaniel reminds fans, every interception is a lost chance for the Dolphins and a risky situation for Tua. What's impressive, though, is how Tua has evolved in handling these moments. Rather than allowing the interception to throw him off his game, Tua reset and led the Dolphins to score a touchdown and 2 field goals in their final 4 possessions. McDaniel sees this as a powerful example of Tua's growth, explaining, "These are the moments that I can feel that growth from the 3 years the most. When something doesn't go well, he gets so mad at himself, but now he's recognizing he's the franchise quarterback. You can't go too deep into your own self-lashing. You have to lead and move on." McDaniel's words give fans a glimpse into the high expectations Tua holds for himself. In his eyes, it's not enough just to be a good quarterback. He wants to be the best for his team, and that means balancing self-critique with resilience. Tua's ability to shake off mistakes and stay focused on his role as a leader has come a long way. It's easy to forget that he's still relatively young in his career, but moments like this remind us why he was chosen as Miami's franchise quarterback. He's no longer just learning the ropes. He's owning his role, even if it means bouncing back from rough plays and holding himself to a standard only he truly understands. For Dolphins fans, it's a thrilling but tense journey watching Tua navigate these challenges. Every game is a balance between hope for big plays and the knowledge that he must protect himself. Miami has invested in Tua as their leader, and with McDaniel guiding him, it's clear they're on the path to something special. Now, Dolphins Nation, it's time to weigh in. What do you think of Tua's bold approach on the field? Should he rein it in, or do you admire his fearless commitment to the game? Share your thoughts below and let us know how you feel about Tua's journey with the Dolphins.